Hi, Taurus. You already showing up because it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and you about to be feeling fucking good, baby. Happy birthday. Yo, 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 Taurus, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with you. General tarot reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2024. Happy birthday to ya for all my Taurus sons. And I want to go ahead and get this started. So let's create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2024. Taurus, your ruling planet has gone through exaltation. She's in Aries right now as we speak. On April 29th, you'll be getting Venus. Your ruling planet is coming home. And when I tell you it's about to get better, baby, it's about to get better. I know that some of you may be feeling kind of down or feeling kind of lazy or struggling with maybe physical energy. You could just be needing more sleep, needing more rest, needing more high quality food, less processed food, less meat also, and more fruit, leafy green vegetables. So I do feel like there's something about, you rule the body, you rule the senses. And so some of you have been spending a lot of time living by your tongue or letting your tongue rule you in some sort of way. Letting your desire for that cheeseburger override your mind's awareness that you'll feel better if you eat the salad. It's like little things like that. I feel like there's something here with like grown-up choices or making better, like healthier choices for yourself, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But with Venus coming in, I do feel like she's going to be attracting in things that you want to keep, things that you want to have. She's going to be giving you more life, giving you more zhuzh, giving you, putting you in this position where you feel excited to dress up and to present yourself properly and to look well and to feel well and eat well. It's like eat well and eat and drink well and be merry, for tomorrow isn't promised. And I don't remember that quote, who says that quote, but there's something there about coming out of hibernation, feeling into your senses, especially touch. Y'all check all the links in the description box below. You will have a channeled song. Also, all the links to Patreon, I don't know why I said Scorpio. Patreon, your shadow showing up already. Instagram, TikTok, my website, how to book with me, all of that stuff is in the description box below, so check that out. Also, I've been doing it for a few years, putting a channeled song in the description box, so 3, 2, 1, go check it out. So for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2024, be sure to hydrate. Feels like the earth is finally starting to come back to life in this hemisphere, and so are you. So let yourself bloom. Let yourself germinate. Cracking out of the shell is not the easiest thing. Coming back to life out of a hibernation is not an easy thing. And so I do feel like for your season that there may be this awakening energy, letting yourself awaken, letting yourself stretch out, letting yourself take up space, letting yourself just shift and cavitate and pop and lock and drop it. Just kidding. All right, so okay, already first card out is the 10 of Cups. And I'm telling you, it takes a fuck ton of rain to get a rainbow that big, but you're coming out of it. You're starting to like trust, okay, this rainbow is for me. All right, I can have a good time. All right, I can enjoy these things. There is some sort of a brand new cycle in togetherness and love and marriage and commitment and fulfillment and success. I feel like you're finally coming out of this chaotic Aries season and into a place where you know what the fuck you want. You know what you're worth. And you're not having to deal with a whole bunch of conflict to get it anymore. First thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is your Ten of Cups? Your ultimate fulfillment, that version of you that's made it, what does that look like? And what can you start to do so that your actions match your ambitions and you're bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be consistently? The Ten of Cups also says there may be some sort of a brand new start in a relationship. There may be someone with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements coming in or is there, and you have some sort of very fulfilling or satisfactory experience. I feel like those of you who are married or committed are turning your back on the old chapter, the old way of being, the old way of communicating with each other, and there's way more faith, way more fun, way more stability in the relationship, especially if they have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. I feel like with the Ten of Cups, it's just like spring is finally springing. The sun is finally coming out and it gets better. You just start to feel better. And nice. Yeah, baby. And the pace is picking up. Some of you may be feeling a little opposition at work. There could be some kind of tension with an authority figure, with new ideas. Don't be hard-headed, because I do feel like some of you are getting a new manager, getting somebody who's bringing in new, fresh energy. Some of you are dealing with somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, somebody that's very fiery, compassionate, someone that is passionate about what they do, and you may like doing things the tried and true way. You may not want to keep, you want to keep things the same, and I'm just letting you know they're changing, especially with that total solar eclipse that we had in Aries. I'm filming this. That eclipse just happened like an hour ago when I'm filming this. And so there is this influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. There's more passion, there's more fire, there's more like this demanding energy. I feel like also Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you're being really called to pivot, to let yourself juke, you got to wake up and be on your toes, because you're being asked to trust in your originality with the King of Wands at the center of the reading. This is like you have fresh ideas. You don't need to be scared to implement them or to do something about them. And if not, if you don't, someone else will. For some of you, there is someone who I feel like is very, like a good person, has a good heart, someone who's adventurous and sensual, and you have heat with this person, someone that is a natural born leader. There may be somebody with specifically Leo placements that I feel like is accessing your heart or reaching your heart, a newfound relationship with your heart and your heart center. But I feel like this Ten of Cups there's like sweeping happy change coming in. You just feeling fucking better. And the King of Wands is really imploring you to start betting on yourself and shooting your shot and going after the things that you want to go after. Just get it done. Just do the things. I know, Taurus, that you want to take your time and you want to do it in your own way, but I just feel like in your season, there's something about pace. The pace needs to be picked up. I saw 909. So there's like endings in your relationship to pace. And I feel like you're going to be expected to move faster, to move at a faster rate than you normally do. So you've got to really get in touch with your instincts. And and the only way to do that is the only way to have that level of self-trust, the only way to have that level of self-awareness is by way of spending quality time with yourself. you know, and you're good at having the alone time, but you guys often can use that alone time to just veg out or do nothing or to just relax. Even in this reading, like right this second, I feel tired. And it's not me, this is y'all's energy. So I don't know if you guys are feeling like physically drained, but I do feel like come mid-Taurus season, things really, really perk up. And there is this like, I don't know why I wanted to say flash flood, but there's like this flash flood of energy, flash flood of emotion. This fire sign, this Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, I feel like is really stepping up or really knows what they want. And this, you may be dealing with somebody who is very confident, and you're being called to be very, very confident as well. And confidence comes from competence. So if you are feeling a lack of confidence in some sort of area, you need to get like the Hierophant, which is your card, get like the Hierophant and study. And get real about what's keeping you from the next level, what steps you need to take, what classes you need to take, what policies or procedures you need to implement so that you can just get it done and you can go ahead and start getting to the next level. Because final card's out. Yes, because you're coming into your own and you're being asked to nurture yourself. I feel like that's the thing. Some of you are becoming single parents. Some of you already are single parents, and that may be a bit of a fight this month or this season. I feel like you are being propelled to move forward. 4 of the 5 cards are fire, which I feel like Aries season has done a number on you. Some of you may get a new boss and you're like, what the fuck? I hate these changes that this person is making. I really don't like this energy. And it's initiating you to turn your back on that job and start to make something of your own, which is why the King of Wands is out. Don't be afraid to start doing things on your own, to start a new venture. Some of you have entrepreneurial pursuits, and I feel like if you put the work in, if you build it, they will come. Tower being clarified, Tower as the final card lets me know that there are these like sudden changes. Jupiter and Uranus conjunct in your sign on April 20th. And I do feel like the old crown, the old knowing is getting knocked off. You think that you know, but you have no idea. You may be really, really versed in something and something really stumps you and you're going to have to go back to the drawing board and learn how to study again. Only one court card, only one major arcana, which comes at the end. So I feel like the closer that we get to Gemini season, the more shakeups that they're going to be. But I feel like for you guys, this is that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sign. Luck meeting upheaval and rebellion. And I just feel like the sudden changes, these eclipses that are still like that energy is going to be with us for the next 6 months. These changes that have been made are sudden and jarring, and this is an opportunity for self-mastery. That's all that this is. That's all of the Tower moment ever will be, is like, who are you? And you got this, right? You know, that's the vibe. And so the closer you get to Gemini season, I feel like your relationship to control, your relationship to surrender, you needing to be malleable, you needing to be willing to update the mindset, to update the policy, to update whatever needs to be updated when new information comes in. I'm really excited to clarify this over on the Plunge on Patreon. Over there we clarify every card. Come join my ethical cult, bruh. It's just $8. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. All the links are in the description box below. And I just want to zoom out a little bit, because what this looks like is there's a new joy in town. For a lot of you, there's a new authority in town. Venus has transited Aries, and I feel like she's bringing in to your sign when she comes to visit you, when she comes home, she's bringing in this effervescence. She's bringing in this new vitality, a surge of spontaneity. The 8 plus the king is the 9 of wands. And I feel like you're done fighting. Something puts you in a position where you're like, done, moving forward, turning my back on this. Really gonna just focus on merging my passion with my practicality. Really gonna focus on making sure that the ships I set in motion come back to me successfully. And I feel like what comes in is really jarring. It's really unexpected. And this feels beneficial. It feels positive. With the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you are your number one priority this season, as you should be in every season. But I know how y'all get. Either way, it's like tending to your diet. Eat the good foods, buy the good foods, buy the good quality meat, buy the good quality veggies. Get your ass out in the sunshine. Really let yourself be soothed. Work on self-soothing. Work on healing modalities, on any kind of codependency issues that may be going on. Don't be out here playing Captain Save a Hoe or being a hoe that needs to be saved. That part. Please hydrate. What this looks like to me is like you're being set up to be way more comfortable than you currently are. Some of you are very comfortable and you're not operating at the pace that you're supposed to, or you're not moving, and so you may be moved. There could be like this kind of cosmic fire getting lit up under your ass so that you can get what you need to get done. Real talk, I'm going to go take a nap and come back at this and with fresh eyes. And I can't even tell you the last time I took a nap, y'all. I don't do that. I don't do naps as an Aries. I just don't. But Taurus, you tired? Go to bed, ho. Go to sleep, ho. I'm just kidding. There is something there with like listening to your body. The Queen of Pentacles is like single mother mode. And I feel like we're all just out here single parenting ourselves. And you just may need to get reminded, when you're tired, go to sleep. Take a nap. When you're hungry, eat. If you don't feel good, acknowledge that. You know, there's a lot of self-love lessons that are bound up in self-discipline. And it just feels really, really important for you to listen to your body. So, BRB. We're back. So, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I don't know the last time I've taken a nap. Like, maybe like 6 or 7, 8 years. Like, I don't take naps during the day. And it's interesting because I woke up and I had shame around it. And I was talking to someone special about it, and he was like, that's ridiculous. That's like saying I'm ashamed of drinking a glass of water when I'm thirsty. Which, speaking of, hydrate. And it got me to thinking of you guys' energy and how you guys are kind of known for being homebodies, known for really like slow and steady wins the race and tending to your senses. And that's one of the things I feel like that's coming up for you guys. There's something about like nurturing yourself, tending to yourself. That Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is like, are you taking care of yourself? And sleep, rest, joy, touch, connection, all of those things are senses that feed you and feed you having this like healthy, connective, prosperous life. And so if you're having any shame around taking time for yourself, it's time to unpack that. And with the spread that's out, the only card, I know y'all are going to be freaking out about the damn Tower, but the Tower is just like, hey, there's a change of plans. This is, I feel like, that Uranus Jupiter conjunction in your sign that's happening on the 20th Venus is gonna be there 9 days later and will come into your sign. So there is this relief. There is also a benevolence coming after this shakeup. There is some sort of a sudden change, and we'll look at that at Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. But zooming out a bit, I feel like this new chapter is going to be beautiful. This new chapter is going to be really, really uplifting. It's going to speed up the pace. Things are going to be moving quicker than you may be ready for. And I do feel like help is on the way. Good people are coming into your life. But you got to be done with the fight. And I feel like some of us, like, you know, Taurus energy are being hard-headed or fighting for the sake of fighting. And there's just something about turning your back on that unnecessary warring mindset. Like it's very Wands energy. And so there's definitely somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements playing a big role in your season, playing a bigger role in your life. This could be somebody from the past that you are just remembering, or finally like learning lessons from them, finally like turning your back and being done. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that is turning away from you, or is going into like the battle zone, or going into their own war. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Scorpio placements, Aquarius too, that's going to be very much so having a big impact on your life. And I'm excited to clarify this because this looks juicy as fuck. And as I said that, I just saw somebody taking a bite of a steak and juices coming down their mouth. So I feel like revel in the things that you enjoy. Let your body enjoy being your body. Reconnect to your meat suit, because this is your vehicle in this plane of existence. And so you're really needing to figure out what makes it happy, so that you can get that internal happiness and stability solidified within yourself, and then therefore attract somebody else who's done the same. And 4:44 on the clock, build this whole new sense of stability for yourself. But this feels like a very passion-based life. And the upheaval that wants to come in, or the shakeup, or the change, or the sudden thing, like I said before, this is just an opportunity for self-mastery. This is an opportunity for that old knowing to be stripped away so that you can receive the upgrade. It's time. I'll see you over on Patreon. Let's get into it. Taurus. Let's get into it. Please clarify the 10 of Cups for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Taurus season 2024. Please show us how this 10 of Cups energy manifests or materializes in their 3D day-to-day life. Nice. I'm telling you, Aries season did what it was supposed to do for y'all. Mars is going to be going into your sign. I feel like actually in Gemini season, there is definitely someone with Aries or Scorpio placements that I feel like is reminding you of your power, reminding you of who you are. That the eclipse that we had today, the new moon total solar eclipse that we had in Aries, I feel like is absolutely taking you in a different direction, taking your love life in a different direction, taking your relationship to artistry, to creativity, and to your spirituality in a different direction. And it's helping you become more disciplined or structured. And this is just a good thing. There's a lot of Mars energy here. Both of these cards are Mars. And so that's your drive, your ambition, the way you take up space in the world. I just feel like you're really showing up in your autonomy. There may be somebody that's a bit older coming into your life. There could be a happy reunion or some sort of a happy ending with a father figure or a boss or a mentor. I feel like in order to fully experience this brand new cycle in emotions, you need to be surrounding yourself with people who are reliable. You are a reliable person. You are somebody who is consistent and stands up for yourself, and you need to let yourself be around those kind of strong, stable, like-minded individuals. I feel like there is, the divine is setting you up to have like this really secure feeling in your love life and a secure feeling in your career as well here. Please clarify the 8 of Wands. How does that manifest for Taurus? The pace is picking up. I also feel like there may be some people around. This isn't for all of you, but some of you, you enter your 10 of Cups. You're getting really, really happy. And then all of a sudden there's people who have shit to say about that. Or there are people who are hating around that. People who like you in the old mindset. What's coming in is a whole fucking soulmate. What's coming in is autonomy, independence. You are becoming somebody who just makes shit happen. There may be some sort of a soul tie connection to somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, or Virgo placements. There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that you have this soul tie with, and you're finally talking to them or communicating or writing about this, getting this stuff out of you. I feel like there's interactions or there's stuff that's coming in that reveals your magic to you. I also feel like some of you may be talking about having kids. Some of you, there's somebody coming in your life that may have kids, younger kids. Some of them, they're like bad kids, and you're going to have to like figure out how to use your, not bad kids as in evil, you know, I mean, like they're undisciplined. So some of you may be stepping into the role of disciplinarian. Some of you are becoming teachers. Yeah, some of you are becoming teachers. Some of you are becoming like working with children. Interesting that the Lovers and the Devil is out. I feel like you're having to work on your relationship to attachment. You are here to connect to people, not attached to them. There's this influx of needing to focus on healing your shadow. There's this influx of needing to focus on your attachment style and heal that. Are you closer to secure, or as close to a secure attachment style as you think that you are? Some of you who are in committed relationships are really going to start to see your own flaws, see your own red flags. Some of you need to go to therapy. Some of you are needing to go to couples therapy. I just feel like there's something about breaking this chain. Some of you have like this chain between people. You keep going back to somebody, or your mind keeps bringing you back to this thing. And I feel like why you keep going back is because there's an unresolved shadow, or there's an unacknowledged shadow in some sort of way. There's like this aspect of yourself, this lesson you're supposed to be learning about yourself that you haven't learned, which is why you keep thinking about this other person or going back to this other person. But the divine is bringing in the physical, spiritual, and sexual energy that you need to really focus on untethering yourself or breaking. It's like the tie that binds, the tie that binds, the tie that binds. And it's just like, whoa, do we want to be bound to this? Because some of you are like done with the old way of doing things. King of Wands energy. It's like you're bored with the old bullshit. And I feel like you're in a place where you can really see yourself succeeding at something new. So it's really important to acknowledge what you feel enthusiastic about. That enthusiasm is trying to lead you somewhere. And I feel like you are in some sort of way, you are this fire sign or this authority figure is leading the processional toward a new goal. And you may need to take the lead. There may be maybe you or someone around you who is very creative and never settles for the old, tired approach. Please clarify the King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like y'all are like falling in love with somebody that's fiery, authoritative, adventurous. There is some sort of new love that's coming in, new connection that's coming in that really is a result of you doing this shadow work and really getting yourself secure internally. Please clarify the Three of Wands. Actually, what's the advice for those people dealing with fire signs? I feel like it's going to get better. I feel like you keep the sweetness, you keep the passion in there, and it'll still be romantic and sweet. You should go for it if you're dealing with a fire sign. What do they need to... Well, please clarify the Three of Wands. You need to turn your back on this old cycle. Successfully completed a cycle, and you're needing to charge towards the end. Let yourself celebrate the ending. Let yourself celebrate the small wins. Don't just jump into the next thing. I feel like you are protected in successfully turning your back on the old cycle, the old life, that old version of you that was needing to cover up or afraid to expose yourself. I feel like you guys are preparing for Mars to come into your sign in a couple months, and there's this like gas leak of spontaneity, this like slow, steady stream that is coming into you of like vitality and hunger and like passion and just fucking going for it. What do they need to turn their back on? Let's get specific. Some of you have an old relationship that you need to turn your back on, an old love, that one that got away bullshit. You need to turn away from that. I feel like some of you have an outdated mindset on what love and marriage and relationships are supposed to do for you, and it's time to turn your back on that. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that you're needing to turn your back on, somebody that you have a weird enmeshment with that you're needing to turn your back on, and it feels really important to love yourself more. Put yourself first, as you're supposed to, because there's some sort of a humbling experience, like feeling like falling down or exploding, or emotional outburst, or there could be just some sort of like suddenly seeing the truth. Please clarify the Tower. Suddenly seeing the truth about yourself, about your mother, about your wife, about people in power. I like that the Emperor and the Empress are out here, the masculine and the feminine. There's just new iterations of them that are being revealed to the collective. And I just feel like you need to remember, like, when something in life isn't working out, but we refuse to acknowledge the issue, we build this increasingly precarious tower held together with bullshit, temporary solutions and wishful thinking. Like, all the thoughts and prayers don't mean shit if you're not listening to your hunches, and the divine's trying to get you into a place of where you're happy. And I feel like what's coming is like this emotional outpouring. It may be an emotional outpouring from somebody from the past or from you. I feel like you're finally really looking at the last 9-10 months, last 9-10 years, calling yourself out on your cycles, and the divine's trying to give you something new. You just have to fucking listen, babe. And if you listen, you're going to start to notice that there is some emotional maturity and balance that wants to come in, that you should be experiencing. But you've got to evaluate some of the codependency or the trauma bonds or the abandonment wounds that have kept you so defensive and kept you stuck and kept you in fight mode. But I'm letting you know now, Jupiter conjunct with Uranus is really going to reveal a lot to you guys about yourself, about your friend group, about the company that you keep, about your wishes. And I just feel like, nice, the Queen and the King together, that you eventually stumble into this very nice pairing. For those of you who are in a relationship or a marriage already, everything gets way more intensified, but this turning point has to happen first. And you may be viewing it as an explosion, but now is the time to purge, to detox, to start anew. There is this lightning bolt of clarity, of insight that cuts through the lies, that cuts through the bullshit, that cuts through the illusions that you've been perpetuating, or the lies you've been telling yourself, and the truth comes to life. And you're going to have to surrender, even if it's painful. But after the Tower moment, hello, Some shit has to get knocked down so it can be rebuilt, and so that you can start to see your spark and see how special you are, and you can start to dive into your developing your talents and your skills and the gifts that you've been given. You will be on the other side of the tower moment. You come out stronger and wiser and more resilient because you're being pushed to develop a new perspective on life that you didn't know could exist. You didn't know that it could get this good. As good as it's about to get, I don't think you guys believed that the rainbow was coming after all of this rain. But you needed the rain because you needed to learn what to do with it and how to alchemize it and how to turn it into gold. I love you. You got this.